The story of the marriage of Lord Vishnu and Goddess Lakshmi starts with Lord Indra. He was the king of heaven and the ruler of the other gods. However, all this got into his head, which led him to become arrogant and disrespectful towards others. Indra had a four-tusked, beautiful white elephant called Airavat. Whenever Indra felt like going out of the kingdom, he would occasionally travel on Airavat. One such time when Indra was traveling on Airavat, he met Sage Durvasa coming from the other side. Sage Durvasa was a powerful sage. As he was immersed in meditation most of the time, he had enormous yogic powers. He was very hot-tempered. Sage Durvasa, while traveling the world, has found a fragrant garland. The flowers of the garland never faded and remained fresh always. He was carrying the garland with him when he met Indra coming on Airavat. Sage Durvasa felt that Indra, being the king of gods, should be given the garland. On seeing Sage Durvasa, Indra curtly greeted the sage without saluting him. Sage Durvasa, however, did not get angry at this. He handed over the garland to Indra. Indra, in arrogance, placed the garland on Airavat without showing proper respect. The strong fragrance irritated the elephant, prompting it to throw the garland away. This angered Sage Durvasa, who cursed Indra and the gods. The curse drained their power, leaving them weak and exhausted. Realizing his mistake, Indra pleaded for forgiveness, but Sage Durvasa remained stone. As the gods suffered from the curse, news arrived that the Asuras, eternal rivals of the gods, were launching an attack. Weakened and desperate, the gods faced a dilemma. Forced by honor to defend themselves, the gods engaged in battle against the Asuras. However, drained of their strength, they were defeated, and the Asur king Bali seized control of the heavens. The gods, now considered cowards, had to confront the consequences of Indra's disrespectful actions and the ensuing curse. The Devas, desperate to overcome Sage Durvasa's curse and the Asura's threat, sought help from Brahma. However, Lord Brahma directed them to Vaikuntha, the abode of Lord Vishnu. Upon reaching Vaikuntha, Lord Vishnu, aware of their plight, teased Indra before advising them that only the Asuras could assist in their predicament. Lord Vishnu revealed the solution, the Amrit hidden within the vast ocean. To extract it, they needed Mount Mandar as a churner and Vasuki, the Serpent King, as a rope. Indra questioned the need for Asur assistance, and Lord Vishnu critically mentioned that only the Asuras could aid them in this endeavor. The gods, now enlightened, headed to seek help from King Bali, the Asur ruler. Despite initial hostility from Bali's minister, the king listened to Indra's plan and agreed that their collaboration was necessary. The much anticipated day arrived, marked by the convergence of Devas and Asuras at Mount Mandar. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation as they prayed to Mount Mandar, seeking its cooperation in their ambitious endeavor. With reverence, they began the daunting task of breaking the mountain, preparing to transport it to the ocean. Mount Mandar, majestic and formidable, resisted their efforts. Every Dev and Asur strained under the collective weight, each blow reverberating through the air. Despite their relentless exertion, the mountain stood resolute, testing the limits of their combined capabilities. After a prolonged struggle, a moment of triumph finally emerged as Mount Mandar was freed from its earthly restraint. The Devas and Asuras, united in their purpose, heaved the massive mountain onto their shoulders. However, their elation was short-lived as the weight proved overwhelming. Staggering under the huge burden, the Devas and Asuras faltered. Mount Mandar, unforgiving in its weight, slipped from their grasp, resulting in a calamity. The descending mountain, now unrestrained, tragically crushed many Devas and Asuras who bravely attempted to carry the burden. Indra, fatigued from his exertion and devastated by the loss of comrades, sought solace beneath a tree. Amid his anguish, he questioned the unfolding fate of the gods. "O Lord, what are we to do now? We cannot even transport the mountain to the ocean, let alone embark on the monumental task of churning it," he lamented, grappling with the enormity of their difficult situation. As exhaustion weighed heavily on Indra, a sudden breeze filled the air, infusing him with newfound strength. In that moment, He sensed a familiar and potent energy, the same he had felt before. Turning, he discovered Lord Vishnu standing nearby, wearing a reassuring smile. Lord Vishnu directed Indra's attention back to Mount Mandar. With a surge of strength, Indra rose, his weariness forgotten. Before him, Lord Vishnu effortlessly lifted the mountain with a single hand and placed it on a Garud, Lord Vishnu's divine mount. Garud, the majestic king of birds, bore the weight effortlessly as if it were nothing at all. Lord Vishnu chanted a mantra, sprinkling water on the Devas and Asuras beneath the mountain, awakening them from their unconscious state. Overjoyed, Indra, forgetting his fatigue, rushed to embrace his resurrected comrades. The simple joy of seeing his fellow beings alive and well overwhelmed him. Now Garud placed Mount Mandar near the ocean, and after that he flew off. Once by the ocean, both Devas and Asuras faced a new challenge. Placing Mount Mandar in the water proved tricky. It kept slipping down, frustrating their efforts. Indra, disheartened, turned to Agni, expressing his doubts about successfully churning the ocean. Agni reminded Indra of Lord Vishnu's assistance. Despite the skepticism, Indra prayed once more for divine intervention. Sensing his plea, Lord Vishnu manifested as a colossal tortoise, his second avatar known as Kurma avatar. With a determined dive, the tortoise submerged into the ocean, lifting the sunken Mount Mandar onto its sturdy back. Now, with the mountain secure on the tortoise's back, the Devas and Asuras dropped medicinal herbs into the ocean, aiming for positive outcomes from their collective churning efforts. With Vasuki coiled around the mountain, the Devas began the churning of the ocean, which came to be known as Samudra Manthan. Indra, recalling Lord Vishnu's warning, rushed to grab Vasuki's head, ignoring the tail. Bali, the Asur king, puzzled by Indra's strange move, questioned his authority. Bali's minister intervened, grabbing Vasuki's head and pushing Indra away. The Devas subtly celebrated his strategic move. As the churning commenced, the Devas realized Lord Vishnu's wisdom in instructing them to hold the tail. Vasuki, the snake king, involuntarily released venom as he was pulled, severely burning the Asuras near his mouth. The Devas' adherence to Lord Vishnu's advice became evident, leaving the Asuras regretting their initial laughter. So, during the churning, various divine beings, treasures, and symbolic entities emerged from the ocean. Some significant outcomes included the divine cow Kamdhenu, Lord Dhanvantri, and the poison Halahar. Goddess Lakshmi emerged from Samudra Manthan. She was so beautiful that she captivated the Devas and Asuras during the churning. The Devas hurriedly arranged a chair for her, and Apsaras danced, presenting her with a garland. In those times, the tradition was for a woman to choose her husband, known as Swayamvar. All gathered Devas and Asuras, and even Lord Vishnu in human form, eagerly awaited for her choice. Goddess Lakshmi surveyed the assembly, then smiled and garlanded Lord Vishnu, selecting him. The gods rejoiced as Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, married Lord Vishnu, the preserver. It was evident she embodied supreme power, manifesting as Goddess Lakshmi to become Lord Vishnu's wife, his strength. With grandeur, Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Vishnu wed during the ocean journey. Lord Vishnu, known as Srinath, adorned Srivasta, Lakshmi's symbol, on his chest. As Lord Vishnu fulfilled his role as the world guardian, Goddess Lakshmi showered him with love, tending to him as a devoted wife. The union of Lord Vishnu and Goddess Lakshmi is a profound representation of divine love and devotion, symbolizing that prosperity and wealth go hand in hand with the preservation of life, justice, and peace. It signifies a harmonious balance where material abundance is intertwined with the nurturing of life and the upholding of moral values. Until next time, Namaste.